are on our way to Steel City
in Pennsylvania
at
4 o'clock in the morning. It's too early to do an introduction.
Exactly.
Let's party!
Alright, so this is our haul from Steel City. First thing that I don't know if it's the first thing that we got. No, not the first thing that we got. But we saw this gourmet, I always love my gourmet popcorn that had different weird flavors. This is the Sweethearts gourmet popcorn. It's strawberry and white chocolate. And these guys were so funny. They let you sample whatever you wanted to sample. But there was one that was hot chocolate flavored. The girl said it's spicy hot chocolate. And she's like, I like to warm people. And the other guy said, I like to warm people too. And I looked at him, I was like, yeah, right, you were going to let us buy this. And he started laughing. But we got the Sweetheart one. We got Sweet and Salty. That's out there somewhere. And then we bought my mom a caramel. But this one was mine. I fell in love with it. I hate white chocolate, but I like this. The figure. Then we saw, I love the concept of this, and I wish I would have got another one because my mom's in love with this. Monster Under the Bed. So this little guy's got a little story. First, it's a good monster under the bed. You know, kids are scared of the dark and scared of the monster under the bed. Well, this is, you turn it on, it lasts for 30 minutes while the kid falls asleep. It's a little nightlight. When the kid is scared that there's going to be like a monster coming to get it, he goes into attack mode. So you make it like this. That's attack mode. Where he looks, ah. But I thought this was absolutely adorable. I wish I would have got two. But Monster Under the Bed. He is awesome.
And he was only $20.
Yep, Friday.
For all that, $20.
But, and this wasn't all you got. You got a magnet.
Yeah, and stickers.
And stickers for it. But, yeah. He's my little buddy.
She loves her stuffed plushy things, as you will see in a moment here.
So, we're driving around to find a parking place at Steel City. And I was a little bit not horribly feisty. I mean, I am bipolar, but I wasn't horribly feisty. But I was like, we're never going to find a parking place. And we went over next to the convention center. There's a hotel. Well, I got all happy and smiley when I saw My Little Demon, her car, because you can tell it's her car because she's got the My Little Demon logo and stickers on the back. And I've loved her forever. I've probably done an artist, maybe not an artist spotlight, but I have shown her in previous videos. If we would have had a chance, I would have probably done an artist spotlight on her. Or vendor spotlight, whatever you want to call it. But I went to her first. And I got him as one of my guys.
Look at his little arms. Look at his arms and his ears.
Yep. He's got serpent ears and serpent arms. And his name is Tusami Nom Nom. Nom nom.
And then?
Her name is Inky Poo.
Inky Poo.
Inky Poo.
Now look at her arms and ears.
Yep.
She's got fins for all that stuff.
Yep. And she's Inky Poo because what do squids bleed out? Inky Poo.
That's logical.
And then found a new independent author that I've never heard of before. When he described these books, I'm like, this reminds me of Within 5 Stones. And what does that sound like, my comic book fans? But this is The Devil's Grasp, is book 1. Book 2 is The Devil's Influence. And book 3, The Devil's Judgment.
It's kind of hard to read the font on those a little bit.
So that's the cover of book 1.
Look, he's got jewels for fingernails.
And here's the cover for book 2.
There's your authors, by the way. Try to get a link down below for them.
And then here is your book 3.
That's probably my favorite cover. That's a pretty badass cover.
Now, I got my books out of the way. So this is bag 1. And it's empty. I'm going to put all this stuff back in. 5 hours later, this is the person that when we were driving around and looking for a place to park, John was online looking at different vendors and things on Facebook, and this vendor popped up, and unless she didn't put her card in here,
we do have a card somewhere.
But, and I just picked out because I was, pointing at what I wanted. I haven't seen these up close. So I'm going to be seeing these up close for the first time. Here's the Yeti.
He's so cute. Look at his little face.
He's going to hang out with me at work.
You're taking that to work?
Mm-hmm.
There's the business
Her
card.
name is, and if I pronounce it, I apologize, Polinko Studio. And she makes these incredible dolls.
Cool.
One of my favorite childhood movies that was not a horror movie is Labyrinth. Hello. Just a worm.
He is so cool. He really is cool. I like him.
And the last thing I bought, well, I bought my mom a troll dolly. Matchbox dolly. But, I think he's a pygmy. But I got me a caged pygmy.
I didn't get a chance to see him up close either, but he's pretty fucking cool looking.
And I'm going to go and order online because she's got a baby phoenix in a nest that I'm going to get too. But he is adorable.
Yes, he is. Now, before we move on to the barcode items, because we did have our favorite artist and vendor here, the Art of Barcode, we're going to do another piece of artwork. All right, go ahead.
So, one of the times that we took a break for him to go outside because it was so hot in there from the crowds, this kept on looking at me, and looking at me, and looking at me. This piece is, I was 17 when this piece was done, and this was before Wizard was Wizard. It was the old company, I think TSA or TSW or... TSR. Close enough. But this was the cover of the 1997 magazine. One of the Dungeons & Dragons Dragonlance characters.
Dad, Scott, you guys should appreciate this. Lord Soth from the Dragonlance universe, the baddest motherfucker in the Dragonlance universe. And that is going to find itself a nice place in the hallway, I think, because that is an amazing piece of work. I love, love, love this.
And he went outside because he was like, no, don't get it because I won't know where I want to put it. He kept on looking at me, kept on looking at me, kept on looking at me. And while he was outside, I bought it for him.
Yeah. See how she listens to me? Thank goodness.
Women do not listen to men.
No, they don't.
They do not.
Sometimes it works out for the best. This is one of those times.
So we always leave the best for last. Or sometimes we leave the best for first. Or sometimes we just say the best whenever we want to. But this time we're leaving the best for last. You all know my love of barcode. And in fact, I got a little bit of a story to tell about this barcode meeting. So I got to see Ashley first because William was out in going to the bathroom and getting more coloring books from the car. And so I told her first what our next commission is, because we are going to have him do victims. That's our business, in the brain with the idea. So the first victim is going to be Philip, my favorite death of the whole Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. And so Philip is coming. Probably next paycheck, in fact. So Philip is coming on its way. But he told me, when I was telling him the idea, he told me, to be honest, I'm planning on doing the cockroach death from Nightmare on Elm Street 4 or 5?
4.
And which is fabulous because she's going to be at Scarefest, so that's going to be awesome. So we're already got our minds together. Two great minds think alike, so excited for that. But I have only seen the complete first season of American Horror Story. Yes, I know my buddies, a lot of my friends like American Horror Story. I like the first season. Try to watch the second season. I'm going to try again. But these tribute prints that I've gotten a couple from American Horror Story. Makes me want to watch them. This one is Bloody Face.
Bloody Face?
Bloody Face.
That's his name, Bloody Face. I mean, it is
Bloody Face.
kind of a bloody face. It's a creepy looking face.
I think it is fabulous.
It is pretty wicked. He's fucked up. He got no ear.
Yep.
That's pretty fucking badass.
And then I got for Christmas, as I showed you guys on my previous videos, I got 13 Ghosts. And so I was missing a couple. Split Lawyer.
I love that. That is just fucking cool as hell.
And Cyrus.
That's a very good print too. He really gets the likeness down really good.
And then I just about cried when I saw it. In fact, I think I did get silent when I read it, but wrapped up in my canvases that were wrapped up to Stacy with Love from the Barcodes. It touched me. So give me those. I'm probably going to end up buying the rest of his prints like this. But this is Canvas. And this is 2017, I think. Baby Leatherface.
That one's really cool. And it's kind of grudgy like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is.
And I just love it.
I'm coming.
I'm not a fan of the franchise. In fact, I only like number 5, the newest one. But it is just too cute.
He is very cool. He's 2018.
Oh, that's awesome! And this is probably one of my favorites of the canvases that I got.
Aha! Billy! Billy, don't you lose my number, Billy! Billy! Billy, don't you lose my number. What? Isn't this Phil Collins?
No.
He is cool. And again, 2018.
And Barcode, I know you're going to watch it. The next kid one that I want you to do for me
Oh my God.
is going to be Art the Clown.
That'll be cool.
The alphabet blocks.
That'll be pretty cool. What are you going to do if he ever retires?
Oh, honey. You're never going to retire. Not while I got thoughts in my head. And I got lots and lots and lots of thoughts.
Well, this is not the most ideal filming spot, but, yeah, what the hell. Overall, Steel City Con had a great guest lineup. They had a lot of vendors, but it sucked because they let too many people into too small a space. There was no maneuverability there. It took us 2 hours to find parking. And as you see, we left at 4 o'clock in the morning. We got there at a little after 9. It took us 2 hours at that early to find a spot. We couldn't walk around hardly at all. And Lycan, we have to push her around in a wheelchair because she has diabetic retinopathy in her feet. So she can't do that kind of walking. And the crowds were too massive for that. The crowds were too inconsiderate for that. I mean, my God, you see a wheelchair and you're still going to try to squeeze your way past? Come on, asshole.
Oh, that's nothing. There was... When you see a parent with a kid, and you're pushing your way through so much that the kid gets carried off away from the parent, and you have to do an announcement over 2 hours looking for the kid, I'm sorry, but you're fucked up.
Yeah, that's not cool. But too many people in too small a space, that could have been a major disaster. If something bad would have happened, there would have been people trampled more
To death.
than any other injury from any other disaster.
Yep.
They just overdid it. They either need to find a bigger venue, or not have so many stellar celebrities or vendors, or just not let so many people in at one time. One vendor that we talked to said they should have had a clicker counting how many people came in and how many people went out, so that they could keep it moving along and comfortable for people. Because for me personally, I don't like the show. I won't be back. I don't care who
Yeah.
they have as guests, because
We will never go back to Steel City.
it's just no fun.
And,
it's no fun standing there
Yep.
for over half of your time at the show. We were there for 2.5, 3 hours, probably, and at least an hour of that was just standing in one spot. You know, we didn't even get to go to see any of the
Yeah.
celebrities.
We wanted to meet 3 celebrities. Guess how many we've met?
We couldn't even get back into the room where they were at. And then to top it off, the room where the celebrities were had probably anywhere, I'd say probably at least 50 vendors in the room with the celebrities. And at one point they're making announcements and having a guard at the entrance to that room saying, if you're not coming in here for a celebrity autograph, you don't need to be in here. Go away.
And so what are these 50 vendors supposed to do?
Sorry, vendors, you just lost a whole bunch of sales.
You
'cause
rented a booth, but guess what? No one can buy your stuff.
Yeah. So not a good show. We won't be back. Rant over. If you went there, let us know what you thought about it, what your feelings were. If you didn't go, what'd you think of the video? What'd you think of the little bit we were able to film, which wasn't very much.
Yeah.
And that's about it, really. Like the video, subscribe, and stay spooky.
I like it spooky.
I want to thank you. Anything you want, you just name it.